Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to Learning How to Build an Identifiable Brand. My name is Victoria Harper, and I'll be your host today. So, the goal of this training is to understand branding strategies, develop a strong core to your business identity, and leave here with some service values, ready to begin creating memorable business cards, logos, all around prepare us for part 2 of this training series, which will be taking all of this brand identity that we just made and created and putting it onto our professional travel agent website that we'll create using Wix. Before we begin, I do want to let you guys know that it may be a very good idea to take some notes to get the most out of this training. I am recording, so in case you ever need to come back to this, I will have it uploaded by this week for you to do so. Also, I will ask for you guys to please put your questions/answers in the chat box instead of unmuting. That way we can do our best to keep this training at under an hour and still have extra time for Q&A at the end. All right, so without further ado, let's learn how to build an identifiable brand. Before we can build an identifiable brand, we must first understand what is brand identity. A brand is the sum of how a person, product, or business is viewed by its audience and/or customers. The brand identity is how a business wants to be viewed. In order for us to get to be a strong, recognizable brand, we must first take a zoom in, brainstorm a branding strategy, and create a plan of action. Now, what do I mean by that? Brand identity design includes everything from logos to your visual identity like typography, colors, imagery, to your all-around business values like your brand personality, customer service philosophy. A personal example that I use with my business every single day, some of you who may not know, is that I got to work at Walt Disney World in 2022. I can't even say worked. We have to say I was able to create magic. So I created magic in Disney World for 2021. When my cast member journey was over, I brought home a lot of my guest-oriented skills that they taught me. And to this day in my business, 98% of the time, you may hear me refer to my travelers as travelers, not clients. I will never really refer to my clients as clients because just from that little switch of me calling them my travelers instead of my clients, I'm hoping that they feel that they're more than just a client to me. They're more of a value to me. They're my travelers. I want to make sure that everything is taken care of with their vacation. I truly care that they have a good experience. Clients is like, yes, more professional, but I don't know. This is how I build my brand identity. I like to let them know that they are my travelers, not a client. Ultimately, the goal here is to create an ecosystem of visual and written elements that complement and reinforce your brand's whys. Once we have this established, your brand identity can attract both new customers and help your current customers feel right at home. Why is it important to have an identifiable brand, especially in the travel industry? If you were about to go for an interview for a big new job, you wouldn't show up in sweatpants. You'd want to present yourself as a well put together, competent, and approachable candidate. The same idea applies to your brand every single day. Your brand identity is the face and personality of your business. You want to put your best attitude forward and stand out to your audience, clientele/competition. Just a few exact answers to think about. Target specific audiences. An identifiable brand helps in targeting specific demographics or niches within the vast travel market. It allows you to tailor your messaging and services to cater to the preferences of your target audience effectively. Emotional connection. Now, travel is often associated with emotions and experiences. We're not just selling tickets and then ghosting our travelers. We're creating unforgettable memories with the absolute best personalized care. Now, a strong brand can evoke specific feelings and create an emotional connection with travelers, influencing their decision-making process. A short and simple example to this, maybe you have heard other travel agents say something like, the Hiltons won't call you after you get home to make sure you arrived home safely, but travel agents sure will. See how that kind of sparked some emotion, but it was also very clear that travel agents will go above and beyond way more than hotels will. Yes, good. Okay, so next, why is it important to have an identifiable brand? Competition, right? As a travel agent, our competitors is not so much other travel agents, but travelers choosing to book for themselves using retail sites like Expedia, Trivago, Priceline. Having an identifiable brand helps you stand out amidst this competition and capture the attention in a crowded workplace. Think of your key values. Why do you stand out as a company? Why should the traveler book with you instead of Trivago? This will lead to building trust, right? Travel involves significant investments of time and money for consumers. An identifiable brand creates trust and credibility, reassuring customers that they're choosing a reputable and reliable option for their travel needs. Now, another category that I'm going to review with you guys later on is consistency and reliability. I know we talk about consistency all the time in the business, but when we talk about consistency, it's not just consistent to post. Just don't make a random post. You're consistent in reliability. It helps you build a consistent brand identity across various touch points. So everything that you're posted on your website, your social media, everything you're advertising, it creates a sense of reliability. That way customers know what to expect from your brand, and then that fosters loyalty. All around, when new clients come across your business, they should feel welcomed, excited, and confident to entrust you with their vacationing plans. Just from a quick glance, a strong and consistent brand should be able to tell people what the brand is all about. As you grow your business and build credibility/trust with travelers, they should continue to feel right at home and secure to entrust you with their travel experiences. Now, without a brand strategy and clarity on your purpose, vision, mission, and values, you can end up making marketing and business decisions that don't align with your product or customer needs. Without a unified approach to marketing, you risk losing money and time. Your content suffers and can appear to be scattered and sometimes even contradictory. Without a consistent message in your content, it can be hard to attract customers. We could rattle off the negative outcomes, but the core message here is that without a clear brand strategy, you're likely to fail. Not really fail, but it's just be harder to grow. Even if you have amazing products to sell and you have a great team of supporting your business pages, right? The goal here is to get travelers to book with you. So the question would be, what do we need to do to drive growth? It is never too late to strip back your marketing efforts, reestablish your core message, and develop a foolproof strategy to help you push forward. I'm going to show you how we're going to be able to do that. So here are some key brand identity developing strategies. Number 1 is purpose. Establish a clear purpose and position what your brand represents at its core. Brand purpose is the why behind everything you do. Why does my brand exist? Why was my business started to begin with? Why is my product or service better than the competition? Why does our brand look/feel/communicate the way it does? What problem do I, the founder, set out to solve? These are some questions to ask yourself as you determine your brand. Now, if you need help during this step, think of mission statements. What are you hoping to accomplish through the products or services you're offering? If you're someone like me, who would literally go and take the time to create the perfect responses to each and every question, try creating a mission statement to keep it short and simple, because simplicity is also key. You could create a list of your business core values and strengths, create a list of your business goals, and then another thing I want to show you is the journal rule or journal prompt, which is the 5x5x5 goal setting. Now, you could do this with anything in your life, whether it's just life in general or business related. So imagine or go get a piece of paper. I'm going to go allow you to go get a piece of paper. Okay. Or use your notes. Yeah, that's good too. You could use your notes. So on your notes or on your piece of paper, at the top of the page, you'll write 5x5x5 goals. The first bullet point is going to say, where do I see my business 5 weeks from now? And then you're going to answer that with like a nice, good paragraph. Make sure you're very detailed, because the more detailed you are as you're setting your own personal goals, this is how you're creating your plan of action and what you're going to do to reach these goals. And then the second bullet point is going to be, where do I see my business 5 months from now? Again, answer that with a nice, strong paragraph. Then the last one is, where do I see my business 5 years from now? I really like this journal prompt because you can always come back and update it every 5 weeks. Anytime you need to go back to the drawing board, it's a really good strategy to think about, okay, where am I now? What do I need to do to be where I want to be in the future? And where do I expect myself to be in the future when I start to apply these goals, right? So step 2 is craft a lovable brand. If your brand were a person, what would they be like? This might be a bit cliche, but this is a smart way to think about your brand personality. If you get your brand's personality just right, just like with, humans, your personality will shine through every other part of your brand identity. Now, why is this important? Your customers will get mixed messages if your brand's personality isn't well established, and they may have trouble connecting emotionally with your brand. If you're having a hard time getting started, here's an exercise to try. Which celebrities or fictional characters best represent your brand? Is there an actor or actress, musician, or public personality that embodies the same traits as your brand? This could be a good starting point for nailing down different aspects of your brand's personality. Now, I really liked this prompt when I first thought of it. For me, first celebrity that came into my head was Kim Kardashian. Whether you hate her or love her, she's a strong businesswoman. She's very smart with her investments, business choice making, right, etc. When you think of she's smart, she's luxurious, valuable, knows her worth, right? So that's what I think of. Whether for my business, I would like to be the Kim Kardashian of the travel agency. But I did want to create of maybe a more positive idea. Someone like The Rock, right? The Rock's real name isn't The Rock. His name is Dwayne Johnson, and he started to build that persona being called The Rock right around his WWE career. Now, The Rock is charismatic, he's big and strong, he's a family man. Once you've pictured this kind of person your brand would be and listed off a few attributes that they have, it's helpful to think about how your brand will come to life through your voice and tone. Now, here are a few examples of tone that you could use. I know it's a little bit cut off, but right here it says authentic. Be authentic with your travelers. Be humorous with them. Make sure you're informative. This is one of the best ways. You want to show them that you're knowledgeable. Be confident in your services. Show some enthusiasm, and with all your words, make sure that it's intentional. Now, for step 3, target audience. As good as our intentions may be, your business simply cannot be for everyone. And I have to understand this as myself too, right? As we're all growing, it's all business. It's all going to be making some edits along the way. Don't be afraid to get specific and think about exactly the kind of person that would benefit from your product or service. Now, what do I mean by this? The process does not stop by simply identifying your target audience. You should research your target audience and learn all about them in great detail. What are their job titles? How do they talk about the solution your product solves? On your social media / website, I'll be able to show you this more in part 2, but there's actually a way for you to review your insights. What percentage of your audience is females? What percentage of your audience is males? What age group are they? With that information, as a travel agent, you can start thinking what life milestones are expected in that age range. Now, for me personally, I have a lot of younger women, maybe 20 to 30s, but I also do have some travelers who are a little bit older. On my social media, what they are seeing, I want to make sure that I'm posting maybe honeymoons, destination weddings, romantic getaways, bachelorette parties, right? Within the 20 to 30-year-old age category, I'm thinking maybe some baby moons. I have some friends who are new moms, so I'm throwing in there some fun family vacations, right? My target audience, these are the people who are seeing my posts. I want to make sure that they know that I can provide all services specifically for them. Now, you will want to get as specific as possible so you can better tailor your marketing to each group. All right, so dig deep into your business's true values. A quick review of what we've learned so far. Your purpose, right? Whether this is doing the 5x5x5 journal rule or writing out your business core strengths, maybe even doing a vision versus mission statement. Now, a vision statement paints a picture of the company's future aspirations, while a mission statement describes its current purpose, activities, and values guiding its daily operations to achieve that envisioned future. Now, this goes with messaging and tone. This is how you position your business. How will you communicate your product / solution to reach your target audience? A messaging strategy is the way you will communicate your product / solution to reach your audience. Your messaging strategy should be crafted to shape your audience's perception of your brand, product, or service while also building trust and loyalty. Imagine that you are speaking directly to them in your posts, or whether even if you are talking to them, directly talk to them. Now, this will go hand in hand. Remember how I was talking about with remain consistent? Remain consistent with your brand and values. A key element of a successful messaging strategy is for your core messages to be consistent and repeatable across all platforms and channels. Why? Because a powerful brand is consistent. Whenever we tell you to make a post, we're not just telling you to post. We're telling you to post consistency in telling your brand story and consistency in communicating your product/solution to your target audience. This is vitally important in building brand equity over time. Think about it. One of the most recognizable brands in the world is Nike, right? Now, I bet their little signature of the checkmark logo, it would not be anywhere near as iconic as it is today if it wasn't plastered across the sneakers. We see it all over TV, websites, social medias. We see it on hoodies. We get the point, right? So use this consistency concept when doing any of your marketing tactics. Personality. We will review more about this as we come along this training, but remember when we talked about competition a bit? Your personality will be the secret sauce that makes your brand stand out in the crowd. It's the unique fingerprint that resonates with your audience, forging an emotional connection that transcends mere products or services. Now, personality infuses your brand with character, creating a relatable identity that people can connect with on a deeper level. It sparks conversations, builds loyalty, and turns customers into passionate advocates. When your brand exudes personality, it becomes more than just a name or a logo. It becomes a trusted travel companion, a beacon of authenticity in a sea of options. You guys like that one? I practiced that one. Okay, so now to the fun stuff. Building out your brand. Now that you've determined the foundation of your brand and what it stands for, it's time to dig deep and put everything into action. Now that means creating a style guide, determining your brand personality, formulating your brand strategy, and making sure everything is on the same page. Everything is consistent along your logo, your business cards, your social medias, and your websites. Personalize, personalize, personalize. Personalize as much as you can. It's 2023, and consumers expect for all of our products and businesses to get smarter about how we speak to them. Now, that means understanding your target audience's pain points, getting on social media, using their first name and emails, etc. Become personalized with them. Get unique, get creative. You're not just selling travel services. Just about anyone with internet can book travel on their own, right? Really showcase what makes your services incomparable. Why do they need to book with you? When you're creating your logo, business card, website, social media, all of your brand identity, here are some key points that we're going to talk about, right? Color palette. Your branding colors are often just as important and memorable as the logo design itself. Consider looking into the dynamics of the color theory when choosing the palette that best represents your brand. Now, the color theory is a study of how colors work together and how they affect our emotions and perceptions. Here's just I'm not necessarily sure if this is the color theory itself, but here's a picture that uses a lot of recognizable brands that we know and then the colors that they went with. So yellow is supposed to build optimism, clarity, and warmth. We see Ups. They're definitely very reliable. We have Subway, Best Buy, Hertz. For friendly, that's orange. It'll show cheerful and confidence. We got Nickelodeon in here. We have Fanta, Amazon, Crush the soda. I think these are all very fitting, right? Excuse me. For red, we have excitement and bold, right? That'll be Coca-Cola, Target. For purple, that is imaginative, wise, and creative. So like the Sci-Fi Channel, Barbie. Trust, that'll be blue, like Lowe's, Dell, maybe even Facebook and Oreo logos. That builds trust, and then also dependable strength. Green promotes peaceful growth and health, And then the white and gray will be balance or calm. Now, when it comes to creating a workable color palette, make sure you select like a primary and a secondary color to be used for specific purposes. Staying consistent with this palette is key. The more you use it the same way, the more you'll be able to build brand equity over time. Now, at the end of this training, I do plan to show you guys my Instagram feed layout and how I've been incorporating all of these fonts, colors for it to all blend in together. And I will say it looks awesome. My whole feed, I make it like my storefront. So it's all really starting to come together now. Two things as you're thinking about color palettes. Make sure your palette has enough contrast when paired with text. This ensures all of your marketing materials are easy to read and they're accessible. And then you can also use some tools to access a color palette. Like there's this website called coolors.com, COOLORS.com. Put it in the chat box right here. If that doesn't pop up, then there's a U before the R, but put it onto Google and it should pop up like a color trending thing where you can select tons of exact colors with their palettes. Now, also double check that your palette reinforces the emotions you want to evoke. If your brand, we're all travel agents, right? So if our brand wants to promote friendly, cheerful, fun travel, or maybe some wellness travel, maybe they would go for the green, right? Now we're going to go over some, like pick the right typography. This means staying consistent with your font and building familiarity. My goodness, I cannot pronounce words today. I'm so sorry. Okay, so fonts are powerful. The most famous fonts are recognizable, even taken out of context. Let's think of like the Coca-Cola or Pepsi logo, right? We take away their colors, we still know exactly what they are. Don't use overly intricate fonts that are hard to read. Provide font guidelines for headlines and body text. And then also don't use more than 2 font families on a single document. If you ever need help, you can go on to Google, Pinterest, even some Instagram, search font pairings. Here's some good example of how a few of them can combine together and then they look really good. Now for your logo. Your logo is central to your brand identity. It's the piece of your brand identity that most people will be exposed to. It needs to line up with all the other elements of your brand identity and the broader emotional appeal to your brand. So everything that you want your brand to be from just first look, make sure you can put that onto your logo. A few things to remember or try to do. Make it memorable. Are there unique elements / colors / etc. that make it stand out? Make it simple. Can a third grader draw it? Make it versatile. Can you apply it across multiple mediums and channels? Make it evocative. Does it make you feel something? Make it timeless. Does it work as your brand grows? Now, I'm going to be doing this training with you guys. I love my logo. I worked on it all by myself. I made this like with hand on Procreate. So my name is Victoria Harper. I have the V as the palm trees and it's right outside the H. That's really simplicity. And then, so you have the palm trees, we have the sunset colors, we have the airplane. I thought that my logo was very intricate and I really love it. But as we are going through this training, I'm like, maybe I should make it a little bit more simple. Maybe see how I have these palm trees right here. I'm thinking to simplify it just a little bit more. And that's okay. Your business will always go through some growing, especially in the first few years. The goal is, though, is to set a strong plan of action in the beginning. That way you do not have to do as much rebrands as I've done. Okay, so let's take a look at some examples of logos. Now, we all know this one. This one's for Disney. Disney has built a brand that evokes nostalgia and magic. The playful script oozes creativity and fun, which tracks with the overall brand Disney has established over the decades. Other memorable brands are like iPhone, Google, Microsoft. What do all these have in common? Intentionally, in color, design, and simplicity. Which, speaking of simplicity, choosing a simple logo makes it easier to apply to different mediums. Whether you're designing for a product, digital marketing, or a print, every designing with every channel in mind will ensure a successful logo development from the start. Now, how to create a logo for small businesses. Taking a look at a few of these examples here, we can easily see how color makes a difference in the feeling. Their fonts are identifiable. They put a little illustration in there so we can tell what their business is all about, right? So I found some of these inspirations on Google and Pinterest, and that's what I think you should do as well. From these examples, right? This two bakings. I love the fonts that they've both chosen, but this one is a little bit different. They put the cupcake in the middle, and then they put that they've been in business since 2015, right? That builds some credibility right there. Instantly, I can tell I would go to baking fresh. Over here, we have like for dentistry care, they have the tooth emoticon plus maybe the toothpaste logo. This is for a dentistry care, family dentistry. And then we can even go over here for real estate. They have the real estate listing right there, but their name is Dream Building. And this logo is very, very simple. It's literally just a building. So you do not have to make it complicated at all. You can just tell. These are all identities. Maybe the Dream Building, they wanted to be minimalistic and simplistic. But by the way, bakery, they love being little cute and dainty, right? These are all how you can make your business stand out and what you do as a business owner. Okay. I'm going off track a little bit, but so getting inspired, where can I create logos? We can create logos on Canva, Logo Maker, Procreate. Here's some more examples. And I took a little passage from that last screen as well. We want to make it memorable. Are there unique elements, colors, etc. that make it stand out? Make it simple. Can a third grader draw it? Taking a look at these ones over here, right? Maybe, so this one is a camper and it has some luggage on top and their business name is Happy Camper. Well, I think this is a blog. I can't read out right there, but Happy Camper, right? You can instantly tell they're all about traveling, not maybe so much like luxurious traveling, but they're happy campers. So while another one, maybe more easy to draw from a 3-year-old. Right here, they have a Blonde Voyage. This is a travel blog. They put a line of airplane movement in a heart with a golden airplane, and then their font is cursive. Beautiful. I think it looks great. You can tell right away that this is a nice travel agent owned by a female, most likely. But, okay. So, as we're wrapping it up, do we have any questions? I do want to get to one more slide. But so far, I want to ask if we have any questions. Are we so far so good? Oh, yes. Okay. So this, as I was on Google and I was looking up some inspiration to put into this slideshow for you guys, this little page came up. Online, there will be some templates that you can specifically use to help you make your brand identity or even just your logo. Here's one. They have your main logo, and I'm probably going to use this if I were to update my logo, right? I would put my main logo here because it's already done. And then I would create some alternate logos that are still the same exact thing. They look the same. And I could just copy and paste it and put it onto different marketing that I would use. Now, for colors, this is important because, like I said, anytime that you're posting on like social media, same thing with the fonts, you'll want to try to use the same colors and same fonts. That way, every time that your post is on someone's feed, they instantly know, oh, that's Harper Adventure Travel Agency. Oh, okay, right? Good. Okay. So lastly, business cards. Now that we have a logo, right? We're going to go create a logo. After we have our logo, we're going to be able to put that on our business card. And from there on our business card, it's going to be so convenient to promote our brand identity and promote our business in general. We're going to have our brand identity made into our logo, right? So our logo, we're going to take that and put that onto our business card. So when we leave our business card around, people can instantly tell what this business is. This isn't a hair salon. This isn't a cleaning company. This is a travel agency, right? You don't make sure you're promoting your travel business. We do have to have the Archer affiliate logo on there, but just make it very small, or maybe I've even heard some travel agents, they put it on the back. You're making sure that you're promoting your business. The whole business card should be something of your business. And then your contact information will be on there along with all the CST numbers and Florida registration that's needed. Now, the requirements that are needed on our business cards is in Travel Cafe, and I reviewed this during New Age orientation. But I think, who in here has their business cards? Yes. Okay. See, that's what I thought. I knew that there was lots of experienced travel agents in here. So maybe if you were just thinking to update your cards, here's a pro tip. Maybe if this is your first time making some cards, go check out our Travel Cafe and make sure that you have all the requirements on there. That'll be the Archer affiliate logo. You can make it very small, along with the CST numbers and Florida registration. But a pro tip that I wish I was told earlier on, put a QR code on your business card if you can. If you can make them double-sided, that's a pro. If you put your QR code on there, people will be able to not, first of all, business cards will most likely go into their pocket or somewhere, right? It's just seen, hold on to their wallet. But if you put the QR code on there, they'll be able to instantly scan your pages, your contact information on their phone and pull it up that way. So they're always connected and you can never hear the excuse is, oh, I lost your business card, right? Good. So before I show you guys my Instagram and Wix preparing us for next week, do we have any questions? What should I have? What should you have for next week? So, for next week, let me show you actually. This is what we're going to do. Next week, I'm going to show you guys how to take all of this branding information that we just learned, right? Our business values, our business why we stand out to other competitors. We're going to put all this information onto a website, onto a professional travel agent website that matches all of your past branding as well. So I know in my logo, and I've said that too, my logo, it will pop up in the link bar right here, but my logo is yellow and like a pink. So it's like a sunset tone. Yeah, everything else on my business identity or brand identity is this type of blue. I do think for my next meeting with you guys, I'm going to update that. But taking a look, right, this is my homepage of my Wix website. And as we prepare for training two as well, please do not think that this happened overnight, right? I have rebranded my website probably at least 3 times now. And each time I go through a rebrand. It takes me maybe a week to get everything picture perfect, get it in the right place. Right away on my homepage, you can see I say saving travelers time, money, and headaches, making family adventures and romantic getaways unforgettable. And then we have this luxurious, dreamy suite right here. So right away, hopefully travelers are thinking, okay, so I'm a help, and I focus on creating romantic getaways and family adventures, right? When we create this website for next week, I'm going to show you all around my tools. I'm going to show you all around what I have. During this week, I want you guys to go around on some travel agents who have their website set up, right? Go take a look at some of what they have on their website. This will be your website. Whatever you want to put on here, you can put on here. I have a home page, and then I have a services, the about section. This is where I'm mostly going to be helping you guys. That all that identity information that we just reviewed today and that you're going to go and work on, that is what we're going to compile to put into our about us section and meet your agent section, right? Now, I also wanted to show you, I did say I was going to show you my Instagram. This is my Instagram feed. I'm going to scroll down a little bit when I had just started. So all of my Instagram, I wanted to try and keep in a nice conform line. You can see that I do like mock booking content, mock booking, and then sandals and then mock booking. There's a mock booking at like every corner, and that's kind of how I break it up in between the two. But then my other colors are this light blue, this dark blue. I do have Canva Pro, So anytime that I'm on something and I'm working on something, I have my color palette right here. I can just put in these numbers, and that's how I was able to just change this to make it my color brand. And I was showing you guys my brand without you even knowing that this is my brand identity, this color. So we have it right there. And then as I've really gotten into tweaking it up, we're going to go up a bit. This is my more recent post. I made a post, right? This one's using my color branding font, our top 10 favorite all-inclusive resorts. This post, I think it got a lot of insights. 456 insights from 411 non-followers. That's the goal, right? You want to 533 impressions. You want to continue reaching new travelers and keep the engagement of your previous travelers. Now, as we go up, I still have this blue. The blue is tied in, as you can kind of see. They're tied in here again. All right. All right, let me head back to Zoom. Did we have any questions or anything else that I can help with anyone today? Yeah, what did you mean by that? Oh, no. Okay. So as you can see, like on my mock bookings, I will literally just copy the same template I have, right? Very easy peasy. I keep the font there. I just change everything. When it comes to actually posting other content though, yes, that is where you will want to think about what do you want to post? That's where you'll think about your target audience. Who are you posting for, right? Remember how I said my target audience was mostly maybe younger couples? So recently, I've been promoting a lot of destination weddings, propose in paradise, even a baby moon. I really like doing the baby moons recently, so I'm going to do another one. Yeah, absolutely. Anything that you want to do. If you want to do specifically cruise travel and like focus in on the different types of experiences that are on each different type of cruise ship, I think that's a great idea. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for coming to learning how to build an identifiable brand. As we prepare for next week, please do not hesitate to put any questions in Discord or reach out to me personally. I look forward to seeing all of you guys next week. And until then, see you later. Bye, everyone.